Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So the Ethereum chart is on the daily time frame still in the same posture, still in the same situation. Someone asked me yesterday if I could explain the white and the yellow scenarios again. Let's do that here on the daily time frame. There is one directly bullish scenario, which is the white scenario. And the yellow scenario needs a little bit more of a diversion before we go higher. Let me explain. In both scenarios, the thesis is that the market is in a fifth wave to the upside, which is the last rally of an Elliott wave cycle. The idea is the wave 4 bottomed here in August. We are now in a wave 5, and it would be an ABC structure. So that's typically how these fifth waves are made up of, an ABC structure. And this is because we're dealing with a larger diagonal pattern, not an impulsive structure on the larger time frame. That is just something that is based on Elliott wave rules and guidelines. So the idea is that either wave A formed the top here mid-November, we had a very, very weak B wave, and we are now moving up in a C wave, which would be a 5-wave move. And we could be dealing with this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is important to keep this direct move up alive for the market to hold above the November low. That is roughly the mid-November low. That is roughly around 3010 USD. So that is one scenario I'm tracking. The other one is a wider B wave, and that the A wave only topped recently, mid-December. In this case, we had a more aggressive A wave. We're now in a B wave, which again could also unfold, doesn't have to, but could unfold into a wider ABC structure itself. It would look best actually in the yellow scenario. And then we can get that C wave rally just a little bit later. Essentially, you can see the scenarios are very, 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 very similar. The only difference is that the yellow scenario might take a little bit longer to get into that target area up there, which is currently identified between $5,070 and $7,000. However, this target area is going to change based on where exactly that B wave finally forms a low. Maybe it's bottomed already, then we can leave it as it is. We will find that out along the way. If there is a need to readjust that target area, which for example is going to be the case if that B wave here forms another low, well, then we'll do it. For now, the main question is if some kind of a low is forming here. At the moment, I'm primarily tracking this ABC structure in yellow, which we will see on the smaller time frame. And that is related to the deep pullback that we've had and the lack of any impulsive reaction to the upside on the smaller time frame. So let's move over to the smaller time frame. Here you can see the structure in more detail. So in the white scenario, I already shared that with you. The B wave bottomed mid-November, and we're now in that C wave to the upside, which could take us into that blue target area. In this case, we already saw an impulsive rally in wave 1, which topped here early December, and we're now probably around the area of a wave 2 low. It might have bottomed actually on Friday the 20th of December, but then we would need some impulsive structures now to the upside to confirm that, which at the moment we don't, which means the white scenario, while it is possible and still valid, it is currently not directly preferred until I see further evidence for it, because the rally from the Sunday low has been very choppy and messy and overlapping, which indicates weakness, which rather suggests one more low. I see two pathways how this could unfold. Either we are already in that B wave that I shared with you, so that the market bottomed after forming a top around the 6th of December, that the market bottomed in an A wave, and we're now moving up in an A, B, C structure in wave B, possibly into a small target area, 3,688 to 3,884, and then a C wave down from there. Or we are forming here a sideways wave 4 before forming one more low in wave A, then the B, then the C, which means we see here some choppy price action, which is quite weak, and therefore I will not rule out one more low before we form that B wave bounce. but this price action is very important to observe in the short term to figure out, do we get another low or not? And the yellow scenario specifically allows for the interpretation here of an Elliott wave triangle and one more low directly in the A wave. However, any break above the Saturday high would be here a larger, would suggest that we're going into that blue target area. That's the update about Ethereum. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.